There was this one guy in the neighborhood that went by the nickname King. He was a reformed pimp and became a priest as some sort of redemption. Every time when someone would go to confession, he would be on the other side of the window. And no matter what you confess, your penance will always be the same. This came from Providence itself. Stand right here, brother. Bow! I actually asked him one time where he came up with his unorthodox methods. He told me, I've seen the back of a hand soften a man like a bottle of rosé. Then asked me if I had anything to confess. I told him my conscience was clear and that he would have to check back in with me in a few months. Now, there's a reason why we call this cat King. Because no matter what he did or wanted to do, he will have someone there to defend him or do it for him. He had motherfuckers making him pancakes and folding his boxers. And whenever there was something wrong with him, they always made a big deal about it. Like this one morning during the service, he sneezed and the sycophants immediately started ass kissing. Alert the presses! The king is ill. And people would get on their hands and knees and start praying for him and crying and shit. This one cat didn't like all the attention he was getting and just said, fuck the king. Someone stole Jeff's wheelchair last week and he's been laying there ever since. Now, Jeff is a quadriplegic. So as soon as he said that, we all just turned and looked at him. The king said, I'm sorry. I must have forgotten my manners. Is there anything you would like to confess, Jeff? Now, with Jeff, one blink meant yes, and two blinks meant no. Jeff almost set his fucking lashes on fire. He blinked twice faster than a motherfucker. Such an outstanding citizen. Stay pure, brother. This one time, he decided to do a confession in front of the church to show everyone that it wasn't as scary as people made it seem. So he had a volunteer come up and whisper a confession. And it must have been bad, because after he finished, King just looked up and said, oh my God, and had a look of shock and disbelief on his face. He then said, Lord, empower my hand to stop this man before it's too late. I foresee a smack so grand it can turn a pond into a lake. Then he placed the volunteer in a convenient position, and it was a wrap. He smacked that man so hard, he walked around the church and then went back and confessed to the same shit he had already gotten smacked for. And of course, King had no problem lighting his ass up again. The volunteer got smacked 15 times that day. And hasn't been the same since, honestly. King's final slap came when he hit someone so hard, his brain started leaking out of his ear. He got sued, and he had to close down the church. Now, I'm not too sure what happened to King after that. And honestly, can't be anything good.